Got 3 small projects to do on the 40 today, so let's get into it. Alright, there's 3 things I need to accomplish in this video. Kind of boring, but first thing I need to do is build a cross member that's going to go from here to here, and that's going to help strengthen the frame a little bit. The second thing I need to do is notch the bottom of the cab here for the drive shaft in the future. And then I also need to build 2 battery trays that are going to sit right here and right here in order to hold the batteries. So let's get started. Okay, I'm going to make this cross member out of a piece of 2x3 1/8" wall tube. And here you can see my pile of steel for the next project that I'm going to be working on the 40. And if you thought the price of lumber was expensive, try visiting your local steel mill and see what the price of steel is going for. Alright, just a quick test fit of the cross member and it's ready to clean up the metal and weld it into place. Okay, here's that cross member installed. I'll finish welding it completely once I tear the whole truck apart and I can access the back side of it. Alright, now that cross member is welded into place, I need to move on to the next step, and I want to notch the cab so that it'll clear the drive shaft. It should clear the drive shaft the way it sits, but I want to have more clearance just in case. So I'm going to notch the cab a little bit. That's what I'm going to do next. Alright, I know you didn't think I was going to leave that like that, so I cut this piece of sheet metal. And I'm just going to weld this in here to cap off this end so that it's a nice finished edge instead of just a rough cut. Okay, here's the notch in the cab that should allow for plenty of clearance for the drive shaft once that gets installed. The next thing I need to do, I want to build a couple of battery trays. One of them is going to sit on this side of the frame rail, and the other one's going to sit right here on the opposite side. Okay, as usual, I'm going to start by tracing my template onto a piece of plate steel, then I'm going to cut it out with the plasma cutter. Okay, here's the majority of the parts all cut out. The next thing I want to do is just cut some holes into them just to make them look nice. Alright, here's all the parts that are going to make up 2 battery trays. Now I just need to weld them all together. If you remember in the last video when I was making the compressor brackets, I managed to screw this up, so hopefully this time I can do it right the first time and not have to redo it. Okay, here's what the completed battery trays look like. Both the same, just mirror images of each other. Now I just need to weld these into place. Okay, this is what these are going to look like now that they're welded into place. They should hold the batteries pretty well. The next thing I need to do is make a couple of clamps that are going to hold the actual batteries down once they're installed. Okay, rather than buy a new battery right now, I made this mock-up one out of cardboard just so you could see how this is going to work. This clamp's going to sit on top of it, and then I'll put a bolt through these holes on the side, and that's going to hold the battery into place. Okay, here's all three of those projects completed. You can see both battery trays, the cross member, and the notch in the cab that's going to clear the drive shaft. I know they weren't very interesting projects, but they were projects that needed to get done nonetheless. So I guess it's on to the next part. Alright, that's another couple projects checked off the list. The next thing I'm going to be doing is going to be kind of a big project, but it's going to completely change the look of the truck. So you're going to want to stick around to see that. It's going to be a little while before that video is uploaded because it's going to take a while to build the thing. But stay tuned for that, and I'll see you next time.